Hey everybody, here in Las Vegas, there's two places for breakfast. You got Mr. Mama's, and outside of Vegas, in Boulder City, about 30 minutes away, you got the original coffee cup. It was famous because it was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives a few years back. But the one thing both of these have in common, the best chicken fried steak you'll ever have. Well, today on Buzz Cooks, we're making it here. We're gonna make it better at home, so stick around. All right, let's get into this chicken fried steak, best I've ever had. I've got 4 eggs that I'm gonna whisk up. I picked up some cube steak, had the butcher run it through his little machine that makes it more tender, puts little dents in it, really awesome. So I've got those standing by. I've got some flour that I'm gonna season with some paprika, little salt and pepper. And I'm going to mix that up real good. And then we're going to do the old flour, egg, flour. And we'll take those cube steaks and let them sit for about 20-30 minutes in the fridge. That just lets the breading and the coating really stick to the meat while you fry it. So we got our meat out, and like I said, we're going to go in the flour first, light dusting, right into the egg, make sure it's totally coated, get the edges, and then we'll go back into the flour. Once we get the excess off, press it down pretty good, make sure everything sticks. And we'll put that on the plate. Now, as far as the sauce, you have to have that white gravy. And unlike biscuits and gravy, where I use a sausage-based white gravy, this is just going to be plain white gravy. But we're going to add a little bit of maple syrup to it to give it a little sweetness and just a little different. So I got my saucepan out. 1 big tablespoon of bacon grease that I save. If you don't have bacon grease, you can use olive oil or butter. I've got my heat to medium, and once that melts down, I'll add 1 tablespoon of flour. And get in there with your whisk, and whisk it all up, make sure that there's no clumps. And remember, you have to fry that flour for a minute, just to lose that flour flavor. So we'll whisk that up for a minute, get it all nice and smooth. Then we're going to come back and we're going to add about 1.5 cups of either half and half or milk, whatever you have available. There we go. And we'll get back in there with our whisk. And we're only going to season this with salt and pepper and the maple syrup. So a couple pinches of salt, a couple of turns of our fresh ground pepper. Get in there with the whisk again. There we go. And now we're going to come back with probably about 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And you can see the sauces or the gravy's already starting to thicken up. There we go. So we'll let that thicken up and we'll set it to the side while we get our cast iron pan out and we start to fry up our chicken fried steak. Got our temp to about 350 and just gently put those steaks in. Always put them away from you so nothing splashes and burns you. And these are going to cook for about 4 minutes on each side until they get nice and golden brown like that. Look at that. Oh, that's perfect. So we'll flip those over and we'll cook the other side for about 4 minutes. And then we're going to take these out on some paper towel. We'll get our plate out. We'll put some gravy on the plate. We'll put our chicken fried steak in the middle of that gravy and we'll serve that up. And I'm telling you, this is amazing, super crispy, delicious chicken fried steak made at home. Better than any diner, I don't care where you live. Make this recipe. Your kids will love it. Everybody's going to love it. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Hit that bell to stay up to date on newest recipes. I put out a new show every Wednesday and every Sunday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.